Hello everyone, so today we've got a very special model today. We've got a British Airways Boeing 737, and yes, you did hear that right, we've got a 737 for British Airways. Now, these don't really exist anymore, but I think back, I think about 15 years ago, there was a company called GB Airways which operated these planes under the British Airways livery and franchise model, I think, something like that, but there we go. So it wasn't actually British Airways, but they operated it as a British Airways flight in a way. But I've been lucky enough to get my hands on a model of one of these, so let's take a look. This is 1 to 200 scale, and I think it's die cast as well, but we'll see about that when we have a closer look. So let's unbox it. Right, let's see if we can get the front off. I think this is meant to just slide off somehow, but there we go. So yeah, this is just the history of the airframe. I'll let you can pause and have a look at that if you wish, but there we are. So there we are. Here's the box inside, and I think we can just open this and have a look at the airplane that's in there. So let's have a look. There we are. So lovely polystyrene packaging, that's going to protect it nice, and that feels quite firm. Let's take this off, and there's the actual model. So look at that. Wow, that is nice. It's always nice to open British Airways models because you just see the lovely Union flag tail, the proud colours there. It's always a nice thing to see, isn't it? So if I just sort of tilt it so you can see, there's the inside of the model. I think it's already just as it is. If we just take the model out, we can see, can't we? So we've got some plastic packaging there. Oops. I think that goes under it, and then we've got this. Oh, that's okay. So that's interesting. I think I remember when I brought this, they said it had a defect where this metal antenna was missing, and they've actually put this inside a plastic pocket like this, and yeah, so I think that's possible to glue it on. Maybe that's a defect, but there we are. Okay, so now if we take this model out, we'll do it very carefully. So here's the actual plane. This one's made by First Choice. It's 1 to 200 scale. It is die cast, I can feel the heavy metal, but there we are. What a great plane this is. It's very special to have a 737 for British Airways as well. That's definitely quite something. That's not something you see every day, and definitely for a model it's quite rare as well. I'll tell you what, if I move it a bit closer to the camera. There we go. So here's our airplane. I'm not sure if that's rolling, or I think it's just slow. I think it is rolling actually. I can see the wheels moving, so it does roll back and forwards. You can hear the polystyrene as well. God, that's very loud. Sorry. But yeah, if we just take a close look at the airplane, perhaps I'll pick it up for this and I'll show you. But at the front we have the British Airways logo, and we've got the nice ribbon with the cockpit there. We've got some antennas at the bottom. We've got a yellow bar there as well, or a yellow-brown bar. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe someone can say in the comments if they have any idea what that is, just in the middle of the frame there. As we move along, we can see the engines. So the engines has good detail in it as well. We've got all the fan blades. They probably spin around, but I don't think I'll try it here just because I don't have anything small to poke it with. If we move along the fuselage, well, we've got the wings and we've got the emergency exit markings there. Very nice to see. Then there's the end of the wing. No winglets because I think this is one of the older 737s. And then at the back of the aircraft, we have the registration there as well. Maybe if I bring it like that, we can get a closer look. There we go. There's the registration, and then there's the Union tail as well. So that's just the lovely feature of British Airways. We've got the Union flag on it there, which is really nice. One thing that's quite unusual about this model is that if you see the blue line that goes along the fuselage, it sort of comes up at the end. I'm not sure if that's the case with all the British Airways planes these days, but seems to be the case for this one. And I did actually check photographs of this actual plane when it was in service, and they did have the same feature where the blue would follow up towards the back there. We have Boeing 737-800 printed there as well, very small. Hopefully you can see that. And then we've got the APU just there as well. It's painted on there as like a little dot or something. But there we go, that's nice to see. Okay, so let's have a look at the other side. I'm getting polystyrene on the plane. Okay, so now if we look at this side, yeah, as we can see, it's more or less the same. We've got the registration at the back, we've got the emergency exit markings there, and we have the British Airways stuff there as well. And one thing we can notice is that if we look at the cockpit, we actually have the windows above the cockpit as well, so that I think when the plane is on an extreme bank angle, they can actually still see up out the window past slightly. So that's why I think they've got these windows at the top there. So that's a unique feature because most planes don't really have that anymore. Well, there we go. So that's our airplane. I'll show you the underside of it. I think we already did, but we'll just show it one more time. So there we go. I think this is where I'd have to put that antenna in if I wanted to fix it. But yeah, so that's our airplane. Obviously the landing gears are really nice there as well. Okay, so I think that's all I have to show for this. If I put that there, there we go. So yeah, I think that's all for this model. There's no stand unfortunately, but it still is a very, very nice model and it will serve a good collection, a good addition to my collection. So I'm very excited to have had this model. I think that's all for today then, so very much thank you for watching, and hope to see you in another video soon.